Let's now start with bank reconciliation statement. Okay. Bank reconciliation statement. The bank reconciliation statement, okay, is nothing but a reconciliation that reconciles the balance as per the bank column of cash book and then the balance as per the bank statement. We might have prepared the cash book. In that cash book, understand that we have the bank column, cash column, discount allowed, discount receipt, whatever it may be. We will confine ourselves that we have only bank column. Okay. Whatever the balance it shows, bank balance could be either debit or credit. Predominantly debit balance, it means the balance carried on should be in the credit side. If the balance in the opposite side, it means the balance could be overdraft. Parallelly, banker will also maintain our books, which is available in passbook, right? Passbook. Whatever the things we record, they could also maintain, but in opposite way. If we call this being the receipts and payment, banker's point of view, it will be different. If I say it is going to be debited and the banker say it is going to be credited. That's the logic. So whatever the balance will be available in our book, probably if the balance carried on being this sign, means debit balance, banker will say balance will be in the credit side. Okay, credit side, balance carried on. These two balance should match. Sometimes if it is not matching, then it's your duty to find out the reasons for the mismatch. That will be coming under statement. If you are presenting that as a statement, then that statement comes as a reconciliation statement. And the reason for the difference also you have to find out first of all and write it down in that statement. Along with the amount, you have to mention the price value also, value of that. Okay, these are the simple 3 steps you have to understand the concept of bank reconciliation statement. How do you prepare the BRS? In a practical life, how do we prepare? In our examination point of view, how do we prepare? So you have to understand both the things. In case of real life, we may have both the codes, right? So we may have both the codes, cash book as well as passbook. We might have prepared our own cash book for the bank column, as well as the passbook prepared by the banker. You could have received that as a statement. Nowadays we don't have the passbook, only bank statement. You get the statement and you have your cash book. You can now compare these two. The balances, opening balances. The comparison starts with opening balances of cash book as well as passbook. It should match. Sometimes it may not match. See, here I told you no. These two balances not matching. Naturally, the opening balances of the next period will also be not matching. That's a practical life, right? That's how it comes. Check that the opening balance of cash book with the passbook, and check and tick all the entries. Check and tick all the entries. Matching. Matching means in my cash book, in the passbook, in the passbook. If I say I have received 1000 rupees, I might have put that value in the debit side. Okay. Banker could have recorded in the credit side. Okay. Because for me it's a debit asset. For the banker it's a liability. So only he records that in the liability side, credit side. Is that okay? Now you cross check whether there is 1000 rupees in the debit, means there should equivalent 1000 rupees should be in the passbook. If it is so, you just put the tick mark. If it gets ticked, it is not the reason for the disagreement. It is not the reason for the disagreement. Check and tick all the entries in the bank column of cash book with the passbook. Debit side of the cash book is matched with the credit side of the passbook, isn't it? As well as vice versa will be there. Third, step number 3. Identify the unticked items of the cash book and passbook. Probably here a 500 rupees may be recorded. Here 200 is recorded. Of course, this 200 recorded here is not matching 500 available in the passbook. 200 rupees recorded here is not matching 200 rupees available in the cash book. So those things are identified. Any unticked item in the cash book and passbooks are identified, and find out if there is any error. These are the 3 things you have to identify. Some of the things, some of the postings in the cash book in the debit side and credit side remains unticked, and similarly some of the items in the passbook and the passbook, the debit side and credit side remains unticked. There may be some errors, undercasting error, overcasting error, wrong posting. That error may also be creeping into. So you have to identify these 3 things first of all and understand these are the reasons for the disagreement. These are the reasons for the disagreements. Is that okay? Now, fourth, make the list of non-ticked entries. Now you have to take the list of those things, right? Take one of the balances as the base. You can start with the balances for the cash book to arrive the balances for the passbook, or vice versa. Take one of the balances as the base to start to work out, and add and subtract the reasons for the disagreed items, which is nothing but the non-ticked items. So add or deduct the unticked items and the errors. Unticked items may be cash available in the cash book as well as passbook, and the error may also be there. That should be added and subtracted from the opening balance, so that automatically you get the balance for the other book. That's a simple steps you have to keep in your mind. Keeping the simple steps may be a bit complicated. Directly solving the illustrations may be pretty easy. Let's see here. Before we proceed solving and understanding the BRS illustration, let us first of all know the basics. What happens if we have the balance in debit? What does it mean? We have the debit balance in the bank. What does it mean? If I have credit balance in the bank balance, what does it mean? Debit balance means we have the money in the bank account. If we have credit balance in the bank account, means it is overdraft balance. And the same happens the banker's point of view, so vice versa. See, favorable balance in cash book. Favorable balance means we have the cash. If we say that we have the cash, then that balance should be debit in our cash book. And favorable balance in passbook. How that should appear in the passbook? That will appear in the credit side. And overdraft balance in the cash book. If I say it is an overdraft, then naturally it is the credit, because it's a liability for me, shows in the credit side. And for the banker's point of view, it's an asset for them, so it will be debit balance. So these are the 4 points you have to understand. First of all, you have to understand these things. Right. Now, let's start an example here. First, listen the lecture. This is how you may have the documents. Cash book will be in the T format. How many of you seen the banker statements, passbook? This will not be in a vertical form. That will be this way only. Okay. How it is available here. Okay. How this will be available? This will be the debit balance. This will be the credit balance. The debit balance is the receipts and credit balance is the withdrawal. For the banker's point of view, our receipts will be posted in the credit side, which is nothing but he says that, banker says that deposits. That will be called as deposits. And my payments, if I make some payment to some of my creditors out of my bank account, it's nothing but withdrawal from my bank account. So it's a withdrawal. Otherwise, the withdrawals can be named as what? Payments. Deposits is named as receipts in our general understanding. Is that okay? What's the first step I told you? Check the opening balances. Okay. We check that the opening balance is perfect. There is no any mismatch. Now one by one I am going to check and put the tick mark. A limited 5,000 there in the receipt side, and here also 5,000 rupees it's matching. Cash 5,000 and also 5,000 is available here, matching. and B and Co 6,000 and B and Co 6,000 matching. I just to find out that receipt side of the cash book should be in the credit side of the passbook, or receipt side of the passbook, which is nothing but debit of cash book, credit of passbook, matching. And in C and Co 3,000 is there, but there is no parallel 3,000 there, so skip that. Go to the payment side. X Limited, check 601, 4,000 rupees in the credit side. We have similar one also here, so it's matching. And cash 6,000, 6,000 withdrawal also matching. And there is a 3,000 for Y Limited. There is no corresponding 3,000 anywhere here. Anywhere here. Is that okay? That's all. So we have ticked the matching item. Now try to find out the unmatching item. So I am going to list down all the unmatching item. So what is the first unmatching item? C and Co in the receipt side 3,000 rupees is not matching parallelly in the passbook. And Y Limited also be not matching. So we have found out the two items of the cash book. In the one is receipt side, another one is payment side. Not equivalent value available, record available in the passbook. Now we'll go for the passbook. In the passbook, we'll start with this EMI deducted. EMI deducted 3,000 rupees. EMI deducted 3,000 rupees is here, not immediate matching item. And another 2,000 rupees. Another dividend received means B and Co check dishonor 6,000 rupees. Check returned charge 100 rupees. And dividend received 1,000 rupees. The D Limited 7,000 rupees. And interest 50. So these are the non-matching items. So almost 9 items we have now located. So we just put the tick mark. The red color arrow are the matching one, and black color arrow is meant for non-matching item. Non-matching item. Is that clear? So we have some items in the debit side and credit side not matching with the passbook as per the cash book. Similarly, vice versa. So they, and you have to check the errors. Let's check the errors if any. If I check the cash book, okay. If I check the cash book, what happens here? Debit side. What is the total of debit side? 30,000. Is that 30? Total it up debit side of the cash book. 10 plus 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 3. It's not 30, it's 29,000. In the credit side, okay. So that is also one of the reasons. So the 10th reason is the undercasting, overcasting in the debit side of the cash book. Overcasting. 29,000 rather than 29,000, it is shown as 30,000 rupees. So 10th adjustment. Almost 10 reasons are there for the disagreement. Because of this reason, the balance as per the cash book being 17,000 rupees and the balance as per balance as per this one. So here it is 17,000 rupees. Here it is 12,950. Not matching. Not matching. The reason for non-matchings are just because of these 10 items. Next step is I am going to give a notes form. Okay. Just I am going to give a working note like what are things not recorded is going to be shown here. Bank reconciliation statement. So cash book and receipts and debit and payments. Okay. This is for a working note like, so you can easily understand by the preparation of this one. So receipts and payments, and similarly for the passbook also receipts and payment. See in cash book you just make a note of it. Debit side. Okay. Here is okay. 1 second. Okay. Okay, here is debit side. Debit side is a receipt, and here being credit side is a receipt. The point of view is totally different. Now I am going to list down the things what is not available here. Okay. Now, first difference, so 3,000 rupees in which side? Receipt side have recorded here. Second difference, Y Limited in the payment side. Third difference, debit side of the cash book. Fourth difference, debit side of the passbook. Fifth difference, debit side of the passbook. Sixth difference also debit side of the passbook. And seventh being dividend received in the credit side. D Limited 7,000 rupees in the receipt side, and interest. And the 10th one is overcasting. If anything happens is overcasting, put the value in the same side of the overcasting. If it is being the undercasting, put the value in the opposite side. So 10th is overcasting the debit side. I put the value in the debit side. If it is being the undercasting, what does it mean? It's nothing but overcasting of the other side. So that's why it is going to be posted on the other side. So I hope so. I have just put in a simple working note form. Now let me group all these reasons for the differences, disagreements. How do I group that? Just see that. Okay, before I go for that, let's see. How do you solve this? That's very, very important. For solving the bank reconciliation statement in simple sense, bank balance, if it is being debit, remember what to be added. Okay, we start with one of the books balance. So I will start with what? Cash book balance. If the cash book balance is debit, naturally by adding and subtracting the unticked item, you will get the passbook balance, which is the credit balance. Both are favorable. And from the balance, starting with the cash book, what you have to add? Remember, what you have to add? What you have to subtract? What you have to add? Okay, the thing what you are going to add here is nothing but credit total. What is that? Credit total. You understand? What you have to add? Credit total. We started with the opening balance of cash book 17,000 rupees. With that, what we have to do? Add the opposite side. Whatever the balance we start with, the opposite side should be addable. The opposite side is a credit. What is the total of credit? Come on, tell me the total of credit. Total of credit means cash book total as well as passbook total. You have to sum those two. So here 3,000 rupees, 7,000 rupees, 50,000. So if you add up all these things, 11,050. Am I right? So 11,050 is going to be addable here. Then what is going to be subtracted? Same side should be subtracted. So debit side should be subtracted. Total of the debit side being 15,100. So if I add the 15,100, of course there is an error. So it's a 15,100. So if you add the 15,100, subtract the 15,100, what happens? What is the ultimate value? You'll get 12,950, which is nothing but passbook balance. So simple. So what we have done, we have posted the unticked item. We have just posted the unticked item and start with one of the books balance. If that books balance is debit, the opposite side should be added. The same side should be subtracted to get the other one. Can we start with the other way? So if I start with the other way, I start with the passbook balance. The passbook balance is 12,950. The passbook starts with the credit balance. Then what do you have to do? What do you have to do? Add what? Add should be debit balance. What is the debit balance? 15,100. What should be subtracted? Credit balance should be subtracted. If I do that, then the cash balance will be 17,000 rupees. It's very simple. So this is a simple structure to understand this. Now let us group the reasons for the disagreements. Okay. These 10 means reasons are there. Some of the reasons may be recorded only in cash book, not passbook. Some of the things are recorded only in passbook, not in cash book. Another may be errors. So these are the three reasons. I am going to group this way. Check related. I could have received a check and recorded in my cash book, but not recorded in the passbook because I have not deposited in the passbook, in the banker, or I have deposited but they have not collected. So that may be a reason. So check related. I received, immediately posted that as I have received in my cash book, but the banker will record only on collection. So I received the check and I recorded as a receipt in my book, but not deposited. Sometimes later, if I am depositing, means up to that period, the banker will not record. Even though after depositing the banker will not record because it should get collected. Until the collection, they will not record. That may be a reason. So that may be a reason. Number one. Another one is I may make the payment. Check issued, but I give the check to you. Immediately, I just deduct from my cash book, especially banker column. But you have not collected from the banker, so banker shows full value without deductions. That may also be a reason. Sometimes what happens, I have given the check to you, I forgotten to record in my books, but you collected there. So I say that I have 50,000 rupees in my account after giving your check to you, but I totally forgot to record the 10,000 rupees. You might have collected from the banker, from the 10,000 deducted, and banker shows only 40,000 rupees. Okay, sometimes some of my customers could have directly deposited in my bank account. So customer visitors, so many of you also deposit your payment directly in our account. Later only you are sending this screenshot. I thought I have 50,000 rupees in my bank account. Later I realized I have 60 as per the banker's statement. And cross verification only I came to know you have deposited 10,000 rupees to my account without my knowledge. So these are the four things will be there. Check received and recorded only in my books, are received and recorded only in the banker's book. Check issued and recorded only in the cash book, or check issued and recorded only in the passbook. So these are the check related reasons will be the predominant one. Second one is bank related. Bank related debits and credits. Okay, like bank charges. Okay, and if you lost the ATM, if you ask for the ATM, they could have charged 150 rupees. You may inquire about the shifting, your changing your errors in the bank statement, or address change, or stolen ATM card. For all these things, they will charge something. You might have taken a DD for the DD commission. So all these things are expenses. I'm not aware about how much expenses is going to be charged by the banker. I just intimated I want an ATM. Immediately what happened? They send me ATM. That's all. I'm not aware about that. On verification of statement, I came to know they could have deducted 200 rupees from my account because of the ATM. So only if they say I am able to understand, these are called banker's charges. And I have the money fund balance in my bank account. Periodically, once they could have credited some interest for that. I am not aware about what's the interest paid by the banker. Okay, that can be cross verification only. On seeing the banker statement only, I can recognize that. So these things will be coming under bankers' debits and credits without my knowledge, like bank charges, check dishonor charges, ATM charges, and transaction charges, whatever it may be. And beyond that, we may have some income, predominantly interest income, periodically credited without my knowledge. That will be the second group. One is check related, another one is bankers' debits and credits. And the next one being standing instruction. Okay, I might have given the standing instruction. So periodically once I have to make the payment for what? Electricity. I can link my electricity number with the banker. So that option is available in Google Pay also. I can simply give the standing instruction. Once the period comes, automatically the Google Pay will deduct from my bank account and the credit to the electricity board. That happens here. And even in the case of mobile bill payment, periodically once automatically, that may be auto pay. Automatically monthly once it might have been deducted from your bank account. You are not aware about that. Okay, what's the bill? I'm not aware about that. Only on seeing the statement, oh, this one was deducted, and the deduction is as per my intimation. That intimation is always standing. As per the instruction given, the banker will repeatedly do month after month. One of my tenants living some other places of my house property, and he periodically once deposits the rent in my bank account. I'm not aware about that, so he just deposits. I'm not aware about that. Or the money could have been collected from the banker as per my standing instruction. I may invest in stocks, shares, bond. For that, I may get the interest and dividend periodically. That also auto-credited in my bank account. Now, I'm not aware about that. On seeing the statement only, I'm able to find out some of the receipts and payments are there as per my regular standing instruction. That will be the third one. So, fourth one, check, bank, and standing instruction related. The last one is the error. It may be either overcasting, whatever the error may be. Because of the error, one side may be overcasted, another side may be undercasted. If it is being overcasted, put the value in the same side. If it is being the undercasting, put in the opposite side. But this is a rough work. You cannot present this as a statement for your subjective examination. In the case of objective examination, this is more than enough, right? In the case of subjective, you have to present this way. This is called bank reconciliation statement. What I posted here, I am just explaining that in detail. Okay, balances with the cash book and these are the items. What is going to be added here? 11,050 is going to be added. 11,050 is this one. The entire thing will be added here. Check issued for payment but not paid. Delimited deposited check but without our knowledge. Interest is credited as per the banking credits. Dividend received as per the standing instruction. So these are the 4 items. See, 4 items. And these are the items are going to be subtracted. Okay, clear? That's how we'll get. This is what about the comprehensive complete BRS here. Now, let us know what we did now. Start with one of the balances, add the opposite side balances, less same side balances, get the other balance. Is that okay? So here, if the end balance is positive, cash book and passbook balances are the same. Is that okay? In this illustration, the end balances are positive, right? This is also positive. and after adding subtracting we will get the positive balance. If the closing balance also positive means starting also positive, ending also positive means both are the same. This is positive means favorable balance, this is also favorable balance. Here also it is positive, favorable, and ending with a positive number, favorable. If we are starting with a positive number and ending with a negative number means this will be favorable, ending may be overdraft. So overdrawn, we will see that in the subsequent illustration how this will appear. But here I have given this one. If the balance is positive, cash book and passbook balances are same. If the balance is negative, ending balance is negative, cash book balance and passbook balances are different. Is that okay? So these are the predominant point you have to note here. Is that clear? Come on, make a note of it. Sales to Ravi also matching. Okay, this is also matching. And 7,810 Nirmala is not matching. Kamala is matching. Mahesh is matching. Mala is not matching. Salary is matching. So Nirmala is not matching. Mala is not matching. And here bills payable in the withdrawal side, and bills receivable and interest on investment not matching. So these are the 5 reasons. Is that okay? So what you have to do then? The differences, that's also matching, no problem. Receipt side and payment side. Receipt side and payment side. One item in the receipt side, 7,810 Nirmala, and second being the salaries, third being bills payable, which is payment side, debit side of the passbook. 4 and 5 are for credit sides, 4 bills receivable, 5 is interest on investment. Now what do you do? So you start with one of the balances. If we start with the bank balance and it's a debit, end with the passbook balance. Okay, so what you have to do? You have to add and subtract. So the opening balance being 1,688 for the cash book. What you have to add now? Opposite side should be added. So credit balances. What is the total of credit balances? 33,600. If I add that and subtract what? Debit balance should be subtracted. So the debit balance here being 11,810. So I subtract that. So to get the other book balances comfortably. The other way also you can work out. Okay, if I start with a passbook balance which is 23,478 credit, what you have to do now? With that, you have to add the debit side. So add and subtract. What is going to be added here? Debit balances. The total of the debit side is 11,810 is added, and credit balance is also 33,600 subtracted to get the cash balance. Is that okay? We get naturally. Very simple. 1680. Clear? That's all. Now, of course, if you want to, the reasons are being check related, bank debits and credits, and standing instruction related. So you have to understand the reasons for the disagreement also. Then, of course, you can present that as a statement. Number 2, hereafter you will be given this statement like you have to interpret that. Okay. Number 1, check deposited but not yet collected by the bank. We have deposited, means receipt side of our cash book it is recorded, but there is no parallel record in the passbook. Check issued but not presented for payment. We have issued, means we could have recorded in the payment side, but there is no corresponding record in the passbook side. Third one, bank interest charged. Maybe in the payment side of the passbook. That may be the bank charges. So, post that here. And rent paid by bank as per the standing instruction. So, periodic loans, the rent is paid as per our standing instruction. That will be in the payment side, 200 rupees. Cash book balance is also there. So, the cash book balance is the starting balance. How do you prepare the bank reconciliation statement? So, I will start with the cash book balance here, which is a debit balance. As we start with the debit balance, to get the passbook balance, we have to do some addition and deletion. So what should be added? The opposite side. If we start with the debit balance and credit balance, credit total should be added, and the value being 1000, and subtract the same side, which is the debit balance. The total of debit side is 800. That 800 rupees is now subtracted. Naturally, we will get the balance of the passbook. Okay, which is being the credit balance. Question number 2. To present that in a statement form, this is the way you have to present. In case of question number 3, balance as per passbook and bank statement. Balance as per bank statement is given. So again, you have to prepare the worksheet, means rough work. The rough work is this way. First one is balance as per bank statement, which is 25,000. I'll just put that in the format. Passbook balance, which start with what? Passbook balance, which is 25,000 amount available in the banker. As the amount available means it's a favorable balance. As per the cash book, it's a debit. As per the passbook, it is credit. Now read one after one. No record has been made in the cash book for dishonor of a check. Dishonor of a check. What happens in the case of dishonor of a check? Banker could have recorded in the payment side. Okay, banker could have recorded in the payment side. There is no corresponding record in our passbook. Sorry, in our cash book. So it is recorded only by the passbook. Okay. See, when I receive the check, to understand some confusions will be there for some of you. Let me explain that logic here. Right. See, cash book, passbook. When I receive the check, I will post that here. From X, we received a check of ₹100. On dishonor, the banker will record here X 100, dishonor 100. Banker will always record this way. Right. On dishonoring, the check I posted here being the receipt will be offset here, and dishonor will be recorded only by the passbook, not corresponding entry. Okay, not corresponding entry. Because for the banker, so what's there any meaning at all to write in the credit side as well as debit side, sir? To know that the banker has taken a process of collecting, and on collection it is dishonor. For that the banker will levy some charges also. Okay, we cannot blindly put that nothing is collected. So they will record here and they will reverse immediately. The record item will be matching, the reversal is not matching. That's the logic here. Hope you could understand. As per the logic only, I am going to do that here. Okay. Now, let's see here. No record has been made in the cash book for the dishonor of a check. Means the dishonor could have been recorded only in the passbook, not corresponding record in the cash book. Is that okay? Check deposited into the bank amounting to ₹3,500 were not yet collected. So we have deposited, means it may be shown in the receipt side but not shown in the receipt side of the passbook. Bank charges 300 have not been entered. So bank charges means there will be debit in the passbook. There will not be corresponding payment side in our cash book. Check issued amounting to ₹9,000 have not been presented for payment. So we have issued the check for ₹9,000. So it is recorded in our cash book. As not presented for payment, it may not be recorded in the cash book. Is that okay? Now what we have to do? So we start with the rough work here. So passbook balance is 25,000 credit, then naturally we'll get the cash book balance debit, and we have to add and subtract. What to be added? Opposite side. If we start with the credit, then we have to add the debit balance. The total of debit side is how much? 4,050. Now I add that 4,050. What to be subtracted? Same side. Credit total should be subtracted. Credit total should be subtracted. The credit total here being only one item, 9,000 rupees. I just post that here, and after completing, then the cash balance being 20,050 debit. And of course, you can prepare that as a statement. Clear? Question number 3. See, all these illustrations are from +1 book only. Okay. Question number 4. The same way, we'll start with the reconciliation statement working note. Balance as per the bank statement 6,000 rupees. You can have a rough format to solve this. Okay. So balance as per bank statement. Bank statement means passbook. So the value being 6,000 appears in the credit side. So passbook balance credit 6,000 rupees. Then the first transaction being check deposited on 28th December 2017, but not yet credited for rupees 2,000. We have deposited, okay, but not yet recorded by the banker. So in our credit side, it may be posted. Check deposited, in our debit side. So in our receipt side, we have posted, but not corresponding record in the passbook. Check issued on 20/12/2017, but not yet presented for payment. We have issued 10,000 rupees worth check, but out of that, 3,000 not presented. It means only 3,000 seems to be mismatched, right? So in payment side, I made out recorded 3,000 rupees without corresponding entry in the payment side. Out of 10,000, 3,000 still pending. 7,000 may be matching, 3,000 remains unmatching. And next one being interest on debentures collected by the banker. Okay, we might have invested in debentures, and the debenture fetched me interest, would have been credited in my passbook without my knowledge, so I have not recorded in my cash book. So interest on debentures, credit side 4,000 rupees. Insurance premium on building paid by banker. So as per the standing instruction, banker might have paid 100,000 rupees. It may be shown in the payment side of the passbook without my knowledge. These two are the standing instruction. And fifth one is amount wrongly credited by the bank. Banker credited 500 rupees wrongly, means in the credit side 500 rupees will be excess in the passbook. So whenever there is an excess, overcasting, right, it should be posted in the same side, so it should be posted only in the credit side. Is that okay? Error having an overcasting in the credit side. So what you have to do? So we have to now arrive the cash book balance, which should be usually debit. We have to add and subtract. Okay, what to be added? What to be added? I start with the credit, means I have to add the debit balance. The debit balance here being 2,000 plus 1,000, 3,000 rupees, right? That 3,000 rupees is added. What should be subtracted? The credit side. Credit side total being 7,500. So 7,500 is subtracted to get the cash book balance 1,500. Is that clear? See, some logic and process is more than enough to solve the illustrations. Let's go for the next illustration, question number 5. Now, overdraft as per cash book. Overdraft as per cash book means unfavorable situation. So the cash book shows credit balance. Okay, cash book shows credit balance. Is that okay? Now we read one after one and put that value in the format. Check deposited but not yet credited for 1,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. We have deposited means in our receipt side, cash book receipt side it is posted, but not corresponding posting available in the passbook. And check issued but not yet presented for payment. We have issued. So in our cash book payment side it is posted but not posted in the passbook. Right. And payment received from a customer by the bank. A payment received. So receipt side of the passbook it might have been recorded without my knowledge. So receipt side of the passbook means credit side it might have been posted without corresponding record in our book. Interest on overdraft debited by the banker. So banker has debited. So post that in the debit side of the passbook, which is 1,000 rupees. Okay. Debited here. Without my knowledge. So as I am not aware about that situation, I may not record in my cash book. Amount wrongly debited by the banker. So banker has debited wrongly. If it is debited in the passbook, 500 rupees means it's overcast in the same side. So you have to put the value in the same side, debit side, another 500 rupees named as error. So as we have started with 10,000 rupees credit, what I have to do? Add what? Add as opposite side and same side should be subtracted. We started with the credit means we have to add the debit balance. The debit balance total being 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 300, 6,300. So 6,300 should be added. So what you have to do now? Subtract the same side, credit balances. In credit side we have two items, 1,000 and 500, 1,500. The 1,500 is now subtracted to get the overdraft as per the passbook, that value being 14,800. So of course this is a bank reconciliation statement. Okay. In this illustration, we have seen starting with the overdraft as per the cash book and ending with the overdraft as per passbook. So both are overdraft. Up to earlier illustrations, we have seen starting with the positive value and ending also with the favorable balance. But here both are overdraft. Now let's see overdraft in one book and the favorable balance in another book. Starting with the overdraft in one book and favorable bank balance in another one. So this is the scenario. Okay, again I'll just do that. Overdraft as per cash book 12,000 and favorable balance as per passbook 5,000. Overdraft as per cash book. Cash book overdraft means it should be a credit balance. Favorable balance as per cash book passbook means that is also credit balance. Starting with also credit and ending with also credit. I'll just post that here. Starting with the credit and ending with also credit. We'll work out that later. Okay, we are aware about that value which is 5,000 rupees, isn't it? So 5,000 rupees. I just post the 12,000 rupees here. Overdraft balances per cash book 12,000 rupees. Now, A point, bank directly collected dividend rupees 3,000 but not entered in the cash book. Banker could have posted that value in the receipt side as per the standing instruction without my knowledge, so I have not recorded in my cash book. And it is recorded only in the passbook. And check issued 9,000 but 7,000 not presented for payment. Out of 9,000, 7,000 not presented for payments. 2,000 only matching, 7,000 not matching. So check issued means payment is made. In my cash book, I have shown this as a check issued, 7,000 rupees. There is no corresponding value in the passbook. Debit balance in the cash book. Debit balance in the cash book of 4,100 brought forward as a credit balance. Okay. This is an error. Okay. In cash book, debit side 4,100 brought forward as a credit balance. What happens? Debit side they have undervalued by 4,100 rupees. They missed and wrongly posted in which side? Credit side. So in the credit side they have shown 4,100 excess. Okay, very interesting point this one. Let me explain here. Okay, cash book. The debit balance being 4,100. Okay, and on transferring this is recorded in the credit side. Rather than writing that in the debit side, they have shown that in the credit side. From one page to the next page. Okay, this is page 1. In page number 2, cash book. Where is this? Debit balance? No. They have to write where? In the debit side, but they have posted in credit side. How will you think? This is wrong posting in the credit side. Wrong posting in credit side shows overcasting in the credit side like. They have missed this in the debit side, means it's an undercasting like. This 4,100 undercasting like, this 4,100 overcasting like. Overcasting should be in the same side, undercasting should be in the opposite side. Isn't it? Overcasting should be in the same side, undercasting should be in the opposite side. Okay, let me explain again if you are having any confusions. Okay. Clear? Now, let's see here how this happens. Cash book, balance carried on, balance brought down, 4,100. They have wrongly posted, rather than posting that value in the debit side as balance brought down, they posted the balance brought down here in the credit side. So they have totally omitted. Okay. This is total omission. If they have omitted this value, what does it mean? Undercasting like? No. If it is being undercasting, that value should be posted in the opposite side for the error correction. This is overcasting like for the opposite side. This is wrongly posted in the credit side. Should not be posted. Then it is overcasting like. This is undercasting. This is overcasting. Because 4,100 should be in the debit side. They missed it. So it's undercasting the credit side, debit side. And it should not be. 4,100 should not be in the credit side, but they have posted. It means overcasting like. Overcasting means it should be posted on the same side for the rectification of errors. In the case of undercasting, that value should be posted on which side? Opposite side. Okay, you have to be very careful with that. Okay. Then, how do I handle this? 8,200. 4,100 for undercasting in the debit side, put the opposite side. Another 4,100 for the credit side overcasting, like put the same side. So 4,100 plus 4,100, 8,200 should be in the credit side. Is that okay? And D point is all about Checkbook charges 200 debited in passbook but not entered in the cash book. Banking charges. For the checkbook, they have debited this. In the payment side, this 200 rupees recorded by the passbook, by the banker, not by us. Bank locker rent 1000 debited by the bank, not recorded. So bank locker, we would have taken a bank locker in rental. Periodically once they could have charged. So they have charged 1000 rupees in our account, payment side, but without my knowledge. So we have posted all these things. Now we have to finish off the BRS. We started with the overdraft balances for the cash book. Cash book credit balance 12,000 rupees. What you have to do? Add and subtract. What to be added? Opposite side. Starting with the credit means debit side should be added. Here the debit being 200 plus 1000, 1200 should be added. What should be subtracted? Credit balance should be subtracted. The credit side total being 18,200. If I subtract 18,200 from 12,000 and 1,200, so 12,000 and 1,200, these two value being 13,200. From there, 18,200 rupees is subtracted to get what? Negative value. This is negative value, right? To make the negative value positive, start with the credit means ends with the debit. Means same credit. Means overdraft, starting with overdraft but ending with the favorable balance. If the balance is negative, it means starting with overdraft means ending with the favorable balance, or starting with the favorable means ending with the negative. If the balance is positive only, then no problem. If it is favorable balance at which we start and ending is also favorable balance, else vice versa. That's the scenario. This is one of the beautiful illustration where we have the favorable balance in one book, another one is overdraft balance. So then of course the rest of the preparations are the same way. Clear? Let's now move on to the one more illustrations for your better understanding here. Okay. 7th one. Okay. Here overdraft as per passbook. Overdraft in one book and favorable balance in another book. Overdraft in one book and favorable balance in another book. Again the same way. So definitely the final answer should be negative, right? Overdraft as per the passbook. So I'll just put that value here. Overdraft as per the passbook means debit side in the passbook. So overdraft as per passbook, debit balance 6,500. Check deposited into the bank but not yet credited. So we have deposited. Means receipt side it might have been posted in our cash book but not corresponding entry in the passbook. And the check issued but not presented for payment. 3,000 rupees. Okay. I have posted that value in the payment side but not corresponding posting in the passbook. Wrong debit by the banker. Banker made a debit wrongly in their passbook for ₹500 rupees. Then put the value in the same side because it's overcasting error, right? Send it overcasting. Wrong debit means overcasting in the debit side, like interest and bank charges of 180 debited in the passbook but not entered in the cash book. Bank charges, interest and bank charges, both are the expenses debit to the payment side of the passbook, but there is no corresponding record in the cash book. And insurance premium on goods directly paid by the banker. Banker has paid as per the standing instruction. There will be a payment record in the passbook, not corresponding a record in the cash book. So this value being 100. Now, as we started with the debit balance, what happens here? You have to do plus or minus, and what to be added here? We started with the debit balance now. So what to be added now? Opposite side should be addable. Opposite side means credit balance. The credit total being only 3,000 rupees, right? So the 3,000 rupees is added with the 6,500. You will be getting 9,500, and same side should be subtracted. Means starting with the debit means you have to debit. Means you have to subtract the debit side. So total of the debit side here being 11,280, and 11,280 is subtracted from that. So the ultimate balance being balances for the cash book, which is a negative. Okay, which is a negative. So try this. 6,500 plus 3,000, 9,500. From there 11,280 is subtracted, so you'll get a negative value of 1,780. As it is being negative, starting with the debit means ending also debit. Starting overdraft balance, ending is favorable. Totally different balances. Is that okay? So it's one of the comprehensive illustration. Let's deal these two comprehensive illustrations for the better understanding. Okay. We'll again start with the same format. On 31st March 2018, the bank column of the cash book of Sindhamari traders showed a debit balance of 40,200. Which balance? Bank column of the cash book. So favorable. On examining the cash book and the bank statement, it was found that, okay, so first we will start with this opening balance being 40,200, which is the bank balance, the cash balance, which is 40,200 debit. A check for rupees 2,240 deposited on 29th March 2018 was credited by the bank only on 4th April. So I have deposited, but the banker credited after the cut-off date. The cut-off date may be 31st March. So they have credited only on 4th April. I am going to verify the accounts as on 31st March. Definitely, it's mismatching. Okay, check the deposit means receipt side. I might have posted with 2,240 rupees in the receipt side, not corresponding value in the passbook. And a payment made through net banking for rupees 180 has been entered twice in the cash book. I have paid, but recorded twice. So in the payment side, one payment is matching, another payment is not matching. So only another payment. Error 180 rupees. And C being a bill of exchange for rupees 1000. A bill of exchange for rupees 1000 discounted by Sindhamari traders with its bank. The bill was dishonored on 30th September 2018, but no entry has been made in the books of Sindhamari. Dishonor means in the passbook payment entry. They thought this money may be collected but not collected, so it's a payment entry. But it's not recorded in our payment side. Okay, in our cash book payment side, it's not recorded. A check amounting rupees 500 which were issued to trade payables and entered in the cash book before 31st March were not presented for payment until the date. So we have issued a check for 500 rupees before 31st March. So on issuing, it is recorded in the payment side of the cash book, but not presented for payment. No, it may not be recorded in the passbook. See here, check issue. E. Check amounting to rupees 2,000 had been recorded in the cash book as having been deposited into the bank on 30th March 2018, but was entered in the bank statement on 3rd April. So we have assumed that it is deposited on 30th March. So it is recorded in the receipt side. Right, but banker posted that only on 3rd April the next month. So as on 31st March, it's not matching. Transport subsidy amounting rupees 3,000 received from the government of Tamil Nadu directly by the banker, but not advised to the Sindhamari traders. So we have received a subsidy from the government directly. It is credited in the banker's account, in bank account, without our knowledge. Banker also not intimated to us. So we thought we have not received anything. So on verification only, we can find out the banker has received. So in the bank passbook, it may be shown in the receipt side, not in the receipt side. A sum of rupees 1,500 was wrongly debited to Sindhamari traders by the banker. So banker has wrong debit, right? So wrong debit means overcasting, so it should be posted on the same side. Put the value in the debit side itself. So overcast 1,500. On 31st March 2018, the payment side of the cash book was undercasted by 1,200 in the payment side of the cash book. If it is undercast in the payment side, should be posted in the opposite side, right? Okay. Then in receipt side, it should be posted. The value being 1,200. Okay, it's missed to be recorded. I'll just discuss. Now, I'll start with the 40,200. What you have to do? You have to add what? We start with the debit balance. So we have to add the opposite side credit balances. The total of credit side here being how much? 3,680. That should be added. What should be subtracted? Same side. Debit side total should be subtracted. The debit side total here being how much? Come on, verify that. Okay. Yeah, 1,200 rupees you have to add, right? If you add this, then you will get the final value. So, calculation is correct. This is omitted here, right? So 1,200 is added. So final value is 7,940. That should be now subtracted. From 40,200, 3,680 and should be added, and 7,940 should be subtracted. So ultimately you will be getting positive value only. So balance as per cash book, end with the balance as per passbook, which is credit only. It's not debit, it's credit only. Is that okay? Clear? 8th question, a comprehensive one. The last one, let's finish up a bit faster this one also. The bank statement of Sudha company showed an overdraft of 10,000 rupees. Okay, on 31st December, prepare a bank reconciliation statement. A bank statement of Sudha company showed an overdraft bank statement. So as per the banker's passbook, overdraft means it's a debit balance. I'll post that in the debit side. Okay, overdraft as per passbook, debit 10,000 rupees. Point number one: a check deposited on 30th December 2017 for 15 was not credited by the banker. So I have posted in my cash book in the receipt side, but there is no corresponding record in the passbook. Interest on term loan rupees 500 was debited by the banker on 31st December, but not accounted in the books of Sudha and Company. Interest on term loan, we might have borrowed some loan for that, interest is debited by the banker. So, but there is no corresponding record in our cash book. A check issued for rupees 550 on 24th December 2017, paid by the bank, was recorded as 505 in the bank column of the cash book. Bank column of the cash book. See, check issued, right? Check issued. We might have shown that as 505. Banker has shown that as 550. It's a wrong one. The difference being 45 excess in the cash book. So you can put that value in the passbook side, or you can assume this is a undercasting, like you can put that value here. Either you can show in the cash book or you can show in the passbook, you will get the same answer. So let's see here. I put that value in the passbook. You will get the same answer. Anyhow, it's going to be accumulated as a debit balance only. In cash book payment side, we showed 505. In passbook, in the payment side, we showed 550. The banker has recorded 550. The difference between these two, 45 excess in the passbook, not in the cash book. Then D. One outgoing check on 27th December 2017 of rupees 200 was recorded twice in the cash book. Outgoing check. So we have issued. In the payment side, we have recorded twice. One record is okay. Another record is error. So another record being recorded only in our book, that is also error, check error, 200 rupees. E. Bank recorded a cash deposit of rupees 2,598 as 2,589. So our deposit, rather than 2,598, we have shown that as 2,589. Isn't it? Then it is undercasting, right? Rather than 2,598, shown as 2,589. 9 rupees lesser, undercasting. Okay, undercasting means that value should be in the opposite side. This should be in the debit side, but undercasting, no, put that in the opposite side, payment side. Okay. Undercasting, right? It should be in opposite side. Okay, there is an error. We'll verify that later. Next, a sum of rupees 2,000 deposited in the cash deposit machine by a customer of the business on 31st December 2017 was not recorded in the books of Sudha and Company. One of our customer directly deposited, so it may be showing in the receipt side of the passbook. As we are not aware about that deposit, so we may have not recorded in our passbook, in our cash book, right? G. Interest on overdraft rupees 600 was not recorded in the books of Sudha and Company. Interest on overdraft, okay. So interest on overdraft is a charge banker could have debited, right? So in the payment side they could have recorded, but we are not recording that as we are not aware about that. Two checks issued on 29th December 2017 for rupees 500 and 700, but only the first check was presented for payment before 31st December. Okay. So two check out of 500 and 700, 700 is still pending. Only 500 is presented for payment. So 700 issued remains recorded only in our cash book payment side, not in the corresponding record available there. Is that okay? Now what we have to do? So we prepare the final bank reconciliation statement. So we start with overdraft balance as per passbook. You have to add what? Opposite side. Credit balance should be addable and subtract the debit balance. So credit balance total be okay 2,900 rupees. Of course, this error should be in opposite side. Else I will just stand corrected this way. 89 recorded as 98. Very simple. Now question is stand corrected. Rather than undercasting, it becomes overcasting, like, right? Okay. So overcasting means the same side. Okay, I'll just correct the question anyhow. Now 2,900 should be in the credit side and debit total should be now subtracted. So I am subtracting the debit total, the value being 16,154. Then you will get the balance of the other one. Probably it's a negative balance, right? 10,000 started with the 10,000 rupees and 2,900 is added. Subtract this one, so this balance is negative. If the balance is negative, starting with overdraft means the final balance should be favorable. Starting with the debit means closing also debit. Is that okay? And passbook of Mr. Singar prepared bank reconciliation statement as on 30th June 2016. Is that okay? So now the beautiful illustration. This is cash book. This is passbook. And we open a rough work also. Very simple. I'll do this way. Cash book, passbook, debit side and credit side. This is receipt side. This is payment side. Here, debit and credit. But the banker's point of view, the credit side is nothing but receipts and debit side is nothing but payment. Right. Here, Shyam Sundar 1200. There is no corresponding credit. Is it a reason for disagreement or not? 1200 is here. There is no corresponding 1200 here. Is it a reason for disagreement or not? No. This is not a reason for disagreement. Now, what is matching? Radhe Shyam and Radhe Shyam matching. Okay. Ilavappan and Ilavappan matching. Dandabani matching. Rajamani not matching. Rama Sharma not matching. Gopinath not matching. Drawings not matching. New Venture Limited 1800 matching. And Yelumalai 2200 matching. Those items are matching in cash book and passbook are the reason for the disagreement. Isn't it? Yes or no? Listen. This cash book is for which period? For June month. This passbook is for which month? July month. Should be very alert. If the cash book and passbook are for the same period, should be matching. If it is not the same month, it means those matching will be the reason for the disagreement at that period. As on 1st July or 30th June, this Radheshyam receipt side 2100 we could have posted but not posted by the banker in their own record because they could have recorded only in July. So this is the mismatch item for which month? June. Clear? If the statement cash book as well as passbook are for the same period, just find out the matching thing, that will not be a reason. Non-matching items will be the reason for the disagreement. But if two different periods are given, matching item is the reason for the disagreement. Matching item. Is that clear? This is for which period? June. This is for which period? July. Double cautious in that. So one of the beautiful illustration. Now write that here. These are the three things: 2100, 3400, 1600. And these are the two items here: 1800, 2200. And these are the two items. You can skip that. So it's matching. Okay. Now, balance as per balance as per cash book being 7,300. What balance is this? If we have the balance, the 2 in the debit side, so debit balance. You have to add what? Opposite balances should be addable. What are they? 4,000 rupees. That 4,000 should be addable. Minus what is the balance to be subtracted? Huh? How much is that? Same side. Okay. How much is that? 7,100 should be subtracted. So add 4,000 and subtract 7,100, then you will be getting 4,200. I think so. Am I right? If the balance being positive, then if the starting balance is debit, means the ending balance should be credit. Okay, this is cash balance, then it should be passbook balance. So balance as per passbook. Is that okay? You can now post that in a statement format. This is the statement format. We get that same 4,400. Is that okay? Clear? So one of the beautiful illustration. With that, almost all the concepts are over. Now we'll see some illustrations from your instruct material as well as in your past exams. Come on, make a note of it. Book as on the date. Balance as per cash book, as per passbook. So we have been given balance as per passbook. Okay. Balance as per passbook. The value being 8,000. If it is a favorable balance as per passbook, means the balance should be credit. What you have to do? Add the debit side balances, subtract the credit side balances. Naturally, you will get the balance as per cash book. Second point, here I just have the rough work, cash book as well as passbook. Okay. Debit or receipt side, credit or payment side. Debit or payment side, credit or receipt side here. Check deposited but not credited by banker. So we have deposited. Okay, in our receipt side. But not credited by the banker, 1,000 rupees. Check related. Check issued but not presented for payment. Third. Check we have issued and we have posted that in the payment side, but not really presented for payment. Check deposited into the bank without recording the cash book. So we have deposited directly. So banker has recorded that in their book. We missed to record in our book. So banker recorded in their own passbook. Check. Check issued to creditors but not recorded in the cash book. So we have issued, then the banker paid that also and posted that in the payment side. Check. The value being 700, but we missed to record in our book. It's an error, omission. Dividend collected by the bank but not recorded in cash book. So banker collected as per the standing instruction. So dividend collected, standing instruction. This value being 100. Debtors directly deposited into the bank but not recorded in the cash book. So one of the debtors directly deposited without my knowledge. So banker could have recorded in the receipt side, but I have not recorded in my cash book as I am not aware about that. Okay, my debtor deposited directly 2,000 rupees. Debit side of the cash book was undercashed. If it is being the undercashed, the value should be put in the opposite side. So undercashed, debit side. Then put the value in the credit side. 8th, undercasting error. Value rupees 1,000. Bank charges debited by passbook not recorded. So bank charges. Bank credits and bank charges here. Bank charges. value being 50. Unless I was intimated, I could not record, so I have not recorded. 10th, bank met a bill payable for rupees 1000 on 31/3/2018 under advice to the firm. Under advice to the firm. So, bank met a bills payable. We have instructed the banker to make the payment for a bill. So, they have paid as per the standing instruction. This is standing instruction payment. Bills payable met. As I am not aware about that, it's not recorded here. Okay. And under advice to the firm is received on this date. So later only received. So banker has recorded in the payment side, but we are not aware about that. So we are aware about that only on 2nd April. 11th, a bill for rupees 22,000 discounted to 1,990, returned dishonored by banker, noting charges being 10. Now dishonored. So automatically it should be posted in the payment. Bill dishonor. Bill dishonor. The value being 2010. So you have to understand the bill of exchange concept to understand the value properly. The bill worth is 2000 rupees, encashed for 1990. The difference between these two is nothing but interest. Okay. If it is not collected, you have to pay full value, not this value. Because bill is discounted 3 months earlier. By the time you might have receiving only a portion of it. The difference between these two is nothing but interest charges. On maturity date, if you don't get your bill collected, you have to pay full amount, including the interest. So this is not taken, so full value is taken. As it is dishonor, a legal notice is also prepared with the support of noting charges. That charges being 10. So you have to add these two. So 2010 will be taken. This particular concept you can link with the bill of exchange chapter so that you will understand clearly. 12th one, a bill for rupees 1000 discounted with the bank is entered in the cash book. A bill for 1000 discounted with the bank entered in the cash book without recording the discounting charges. 1000 and its discounting charges being 100. Okay. So banker gives a credit only 900. Isn't it? I could have recorded as 1000. So when the bill is discounted, 1000 rupees bill, banker charges 100 rupees for the discount. Interest, no, it's not free of cost. Though the bill worth is 1000, banker gives you only 900. So, but we missed to record only the 900, right? So we recorded as 1000. So it is overvalued by 100 here. Okay. Now 12th is discounting charges. Discounting charges is missed. Okay. Now you have to add up debit side total. Come on, what is the total of these debit values?
3,760.
3,000. Okay. You have to add up all the six. Come on. 1,000. Huh?
4,860.
Okay, 4,860. What about the total of credit side? Yeah. So 4,860 is the debit value, should be addable. 4,200 is the credit value, should be subtracted. The ultimate value being 8,660. Positive number. Positive number means if we start with the credit and it ends with the debit balance. Balance means here also balance. Balance as per. Balance means favorable balance. Balance as per cash flow. But this is to get the answer simply, but you have to narrate in detail. The narration is here. Okay, 4,860 and 4,200. Understand the rough work, then you can rewrite completely this way. Is that okay? Come on, make a note of it. Right, summary cash book. That summary cash book shows balance brought down being 1,060. On investigation, it was found that bank charges 35 were not entered in the cash book. So, cash book and passbook. Work, see, it's a rough work or work note. Receipt side and payment side. Here in passbook, credit side being the receipt side and debit side being the payment side. Okay, that's how we can easily link. Bank charges 35 were not entered in the cash book. Means it is entered only in the passbook. That too in the payment side. Bank charges. Bank charges rupees 35. A check rupees 47 issued to supplier was entered by mistake as a receipt in the cash book. A check issued means payment shown in the receipt side wrongly should be corrected. Okay, how do you correct? To remove that, you have to post in the opposite side. To post in the credit side, you have to post again. Twice it should be posted. Check, error, error. The value being 94. Okay. The correct entry being in cash book, payment side 47. Wrong entry being in the cash book, they have shown 47 here. What you have to do? To cancel this 47, I have to write it here. By reversing, the 47 becomes 0. To appear another 47, I put that value here. So 47 plus 47, 94 should be posted in the opposite side for the correction of this. Is that okay? Error correction. But as such, now what happened? What happened? The thing what happened, I'm going to post it here. Cash book and passbook. I have posted that value here 47. And banker has posted here 47. Am I right? I posted wrongly in the receipt side. A check of rupees 47 issued to supplier posted in the receipt side. Banker has properly posted in the payment side. This is happened. I need to know what is happened. It's not correction. You understand? So it should be 47 here and 47 here, right? Banker has promptly recorded, but I have recorded wrongly here. To rectify, of course, we can do, but I'm not going to rectify it here now. So I just posted that here. Check related. Check error. Banker properly recorded. Third, a check rupees 81 was returned by the bank marked as referred to drawer, but it is not entered in the cash book. Returned by the banker means it's nothing but dishonor. Dishonor should be in the payment side, right? Dishonor of check. Whatever the reason may be, if it is not in cash, it is named as dishonor only. Insufficient fund, improper marking there, signature mismatching, any reasons. Because of that reason, the check may be sometimes returned. Always it is treated as dishonor only. So here it is dishonor, 81 rupees. The balance brought forward in September 2012 should have been 1570. See, the balance brought forward here being 1507. It should be how much? 1570. Almost how much is the error here? How much is the error? 63 rupees error is the 63 rupees error, isn't it? Always this can be divided by 9. The place error could be easily found out by this way. This value being 63 rupees. Now this 63 rupees is posted lesser, isn't it? If it is posted lesser means what you have to do? Undercasting like. This is undercasting like. Undercasting means you have to post that in the opposite side. Okay. Fourth one. Undercasting like 63. Clear. Fifth. Check paid to supplier 214, 70, 330. have not been presented for payment. So we have issued 3 check, but nothing is presented for payment. So in payment side, 5th, check issued. I have posted that in the issued column, but there is no corresponding payment value in the passbook, right? So what is the total of this? Come on, add up the 3. 614, am I right? 614. 6th one, deposits of 1542 on 30th September were cleared by the bank only on 2nd October. I have deposited, means receipt side, it could have been recorded here. Check issued. The value being 1542. But the banker collected only in the later date. So here, not recorded. So in passbook, it's not recorded. So I have recorded, but the banker has not recorded. 7. The bank charged a check wrongly on Mitra to Mitra Trading at rupees 92. Bank charged a check wrongly to Mitra Trading. Okay. So they have wrongly charged means paid. Here, the number 7. It's a error. Error. Banker's error. That value being 92. Am I right? That value being 92. Clear? So the payment is for somebody else. Somebody else payment banker has charged in Mitra Trading account. Wrong. It's a banker error. Banker error. 8th, bank statement shows overdraft 107 as on 30th September 2012. Show what adjustments will you make in the cash book and prepare the bank reconciliation statement. Very simple. So balance as per cash book. How much is the balance? 1060. That too in the debit side, right? Debit balance. You have to add what? Credit balances. Okay. Come on, get me the total of credit balances. 677. So 677 should be addable. 1737 minus debit balance should be subtracted. What is the total of debit balance? 1844. 1844 should be subtracted. If I subtract, what is the value you are getting? Minus 107. That's what about the answer given here, 107. As it is a minus, usually debit balance, if it is minus, to change the sign, the ending will also be the same, debit. Starting with the debit, ending also debit. Cash book means passbook. Passbook balance, debit means what does it mean? Overdraft. So overdraft as per the passbook. Now remember, in this case, we have to prepare the adjusted cash book and then prepare the BRS. It's not the way how we do now. It's the other way we have to solve. Show the adjustments will you make in the cash book. Right. Just think over. I'm going to make a different presentation. Come on, tell me. If you are preparing the BRS this day and submitting to your MD, will he be happy or unhappy? What will you say? Sir, the reason for mismatch I found out, sir. 1060 was as per our books, banker shows only 107. The reason, sir, reason number 1, I have wrongly posted the check, undercasting here, sir. Total mistake, sir. And I wrongly posted the check in the receipt side rather than payment side, sir. Will the MD happy or unhappy? I wrongly credited in your account 1000 rupees as salary rather than 20,000 rupees salary. Will you be happy? The same happens, right? Clear. So if you show this particular statement, BRS statement, definitely as an accountant you will get the scolding from the management. Then what will you do? What will you do then? On seeing the bank statement, you will see, oh my God, this is my error. Immediately rectify that. You will rectify all the possible things under in your control and then prepare those things being the error in the banker side. Right. If you are writing the examination, you are not pretty sure the answer for one of the questions. Is it B or C? You have the doubt. But you don't have a doubt that one of your friends writing in front of you will pretty sure he knows that. Accidentally, you didn't mean so, but accidentally you saw the paper and your friend ticked for B. What will you do? What will you do? Immediately you correct. Yes or no? But you may write one thing correctly, but you won't tell him, right? That's his mistake. My mistake gets corrected immediately to score better. The same happens there also being an accountant. If I am going to prepare the adjusted cash book, it means all my short of errors will be rectified. All the things banker recorded, suppose if I know those information I could have recorded. Standing instruction, banking credits and debits. Those things will be recorded in my cash book and then proceed further. Let's see here. This is the value. This is the value. 1060 is the value. I now prepare the adjusted cash book. Adjusted cash book. So, adjusted cash book. Adjusted cash book. Okay. What is the total here? 1060. Balance. What are the errors you can rectify? Undercasting. I don't want to show this to the management. Correct it by posting the opposite side. Okay. 1060. This side shown 63 lesser. Now correct it. Correct it. So it's corrected now. Undercasting is corrected. And check error. Error wrongly posted. How do I correct now? Post on the opposite side. Check error is corrected. 47 plus 47, 94. How? To cancel that, to cancel the 47 posted in the debit side wrongly, I post that in the credit side. To be posted in the credit side, I will post another 47. So 47 plus 47, 94 will be posted here. Okay. What about the check issued not presented for payment? What about this one? That should be collected. It's a normal. I don't mind about that. Check issued. Banker has to pay it later. Normal thing. I don't correct it. Only check related I don't touch. The genuine check related. And banker's error. Except these things, I may correct everything in my cash book. And bank charges. Bank charges. I don't know. That's why I didn't record. Now I got the bank statement. I'm aware about that. Post that now. Bank charges in the payment side. Bank charges. The value being 35. And what about this one? Check. This error was now rectified. That error was rectified. And dishonor. I'm not aware about that. One of the check got dishonor. So as I'm not aware about that, I didn't write it. Now, oh my God, dishonor. Okay, I'll record that. As I'm aware about by seeing the statement, I can now comfortably record that. So dishonor of check, value being 81 rupees. Value being 81 rupees. Error. This is whose error? Your friend's error. If it is being my error, I will correct. This is friend's error, banker's error. I don't touch that. I don't touch that. If I tally this, what is the value I get now? 1123. 1123. Balance carried on being 913, the new balance. 913 being the new balance. Now, isn't it correct or not? Balance as per cash book being 913. What balance it is? Debit balance. So you have to add what? Credit balance should be addable. What are the credit items are there? Only one. Rest of the things were already corrected. So check issued but not presented for payment or paid but not paid. This value being 614. Subtracting item. What are the subtracting item? Check error was already rectified. check issued minus check issued, okay, but not presented for payment. Check issued, check received and deposited. Okay, this is check received and deposited. Check deposited but not encashed. Check deposited but not collected. The banker will collect later, sir. 1542. And this one got eliminated by default. This one got eliminated. And it's a banker's error. Debit side should be subtracted, right? So debit side should be, same side should be subtracted. So banker error. Bank's error. 92 rupees. You are very happy to say that your banker is always making error. Huh? So you just simply hidden your errors now. So now what happens? By adding these two, what is the value you will be getting? 1527. These two total being 1637. The ultimate value being 107 negative. Otherwise, start with the debit and end with the debit only. Start with balance means as negative. It should be overdraft as per passbook. Now, if you are showing this to the management, will you be happy or not? Will the management be happy? Sir, I am error free, sir. So there is no even single error from my side. 614 rupees check issued but not paid, sir. Banker will pay it later. That's why that's the difference. And check I have deposited, but the banker will deposit later. So it is not recorded. Sir, that banker is always fool, sir. See, make an error. So 920 rupees, 92 rupees wrongly they have charged. I just raised a query and it will be rectified as soon as possible. What about this one? Okay, what about this one? Silent. So this is what about the pattern of presentation of adjusted cash book and then preparing the bank reconciliation statement. In adjusted cash book, what we do? Standing instruction will be taken. Standing instruction receipts and payment will be taken by seeing the statements of banker. And bank credits and debits will be taken. Bank debits and credits. And our error also. Okay, error in cash book also rectified. Error in cash book rectified. Then what will available in the bank reconciliation statement? Only check related pending. Okay, check received, not collected, whatever it may be. Check issued, not presented for payment. And bank's error will be there. Bank's error will be there. So these two only available in which column? In bank reconciliation statement. Is that okay? Come on, make note of it.